675-4443. And if there's some graffiti that you would like to get removed, please contact the Hawthorne Graffiti Removal Program at 970-7220. For City News, I'm Alonzo Gonzalez.
Two parents in Hawthorne are counting their blessings after a near-death experience nearly claims the life of their one-year-old son. It's a story of courage, community, and calm when life is on the line. Adrian Hopper has the story.
I heard the lady in apartment 136 start screaming.
Manager said, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I said, "I'm going to call 911. I called 911.
It's Friday at 4 o'clock in the evening, and Mr. and Mrs. Mirage's one-year-old son had stopped breathing.
When I saw the child, I really thought the child was gone because the color of the child and no movement or nothing.
The hands were like blue, and his little face was like red and blue and real dark.
The seconds counts like hours in this kind of situation.
They paged me, and she says, you have emergency, and manager, they called the 911, and you can come as soon as possible. So when I see this, listen to the message, and I call, I take the car and right away, and I come in home.
I noticed there's a mucus of milk, and some mucuses and some other things are blocking his airways. We turn the child downward and start tapping on the back of the child so he can cough all these things up. We were timing ourselves about maybe 1 minute and 4 seconds, but the child started breathing again.
Finally, fear is put to rest after little Sheriar is given back the gift of life. And thanks to the heroic efforts of a well-trained apartment manager and the assistance of a fast-thinking neighbor, these parents can also breathe a little easier.
I'm very happy for when he came here, and very, very thankful for this guy.
Well, I'm just glad to be in the right place.
His life is saved during the Muslim season of Ramadan, a time of spiritual focus and fasting. And for the Mirages, it's a time of year that will never be the same again.
This month is was Ramzan, and that's God gave us, my son life.
This is Adrian Hopper reporting for HCTV. Thank you for watching City News, your link to the Hawthorne community. If you have any story ideas, please call 310-970-7099.
Hi, I'm Andrew Padula for HCTV. You've been watching the stories impacting Hawthorne this past year. Now stay tuned for more on A Year in Review.
You're watching HCTV 22 City News, your source for news and information on issues, people, arts and entertainment, and sports in the city of Hawthorne.
In this edition of City News, we'll be catching up with basketball icons, the Harlem Globetrotters, as they visit Hawthorne. You'll see a heartwarming story of a parent's devotion to his kids and what it took to win them back. And we'll take you soaring high above Hawthorne with local kids as they learn what it takes to become a pilot. That and so much more on this edition of City News. Recently, the Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce held its State of the City luncheon, and all seems well for Hawthorne. Hi, I'm Linda Alberici. I'll be bringing you that story and much more on City News. Right now, Hawthorne is in a state of growth and economic development. That's according to Mayor Guidi, and we have the highlights of this year's State of the City address. Hawthorne back in the old days. It looks pretty good, but the mayor says the good old days are today, and they're only getting better.
You know, we have two groups of people. We take the people that want to move forward and go ahead, and we put them in the front of the bus. The people that are just bitter, angry, miserable, and mean, no matter what you do, we don't even invite them on the bus.
In his State of the City address here at the Hawthorne Memorial Center, the mayor said there were many milestones in 2000. Among them, the opening of the new Costco and the new Betty Ainsworth Sports Center. He said there are clear signs that Hawthorne's economy is improving.
The reconstruction of Hawthorne Boulevard, the resurfacing of major thoroughfares from the city, you're starting to see your city look good. New trees, new bushes, new asphalt, new sidewalks, new curbs, new handicap ramps. Again, that's a lot of hard work and vision from our employees.
And it all starts with a solid foundation. That is the ability to give Hawthorne kids a great education.
Last year, Hawthorne School District opened a new permanent school in over 45 years. It gives kids this feeling to go to school. They see something good, not something that's 45 years old or 50 years old. The addition of Kornblum School on El Segundo has relieved the overcrowded conditions at Zella Davis School and Williams Schools.
Not only does Hawthorne have more schools, it can also boast fewer crimes.
Crime has decreased 30% from 6 years ago.
And soon Hawthorne will have a new weapon in its fight against crime and a new tool in dealing with emergencies.
February 1st, I was proud to say we broke ground on our new 911 Regional Communication Center that will help support the state-of-the-art emergency center for Hawthorne and several other South Bay cities.
Of course, there were some disappointments in 2000. One of the biggest, a plan to develop around Hawthorne Airport. At least for now, that plan is grounded.
Unfortunately, last week we took a pretty heavy hit from the LA Airport Commission that unanimously voted against Hawthorne's plan to build a 103-acre development on 120th and Crenshaw. Well, I think the way the project was set was safe because the FAA and everyone else was going for it until this commission caved in to a group of pilots and outside pilots and woodpeckers on an aluminum pole, and I'm fed up with it.
But the mayor says he'll never get tired of working for the community. The people of Hawthorne are the payoff.
When people ask me, what do you like about being the mayor of the Hawthorne? It's a very simple question. It's the people. I love Hawthorne. I want to lead you to 2002, 2003, and 2004. It is my privilege again to tell you, thank you for the privilege of being your mayor.
And it's the people who will continue to make this city even better. Hawthorne's State of the City Luncheon isn't all politics. In fact, this year it became a tearjerker. A young father is this year's Parent of the Year. Now get out some tissue, because right now his daughter's going to tell you why he's such a winner in her eyes.
I know my father is Parent of the Year because of all the pain and suffering he's been through trying to get me and my sister from my mom.
10-year-old Devonna Jones is pretty wise for a 5th grader at Eucalyptus School. She knows her father was left with nothing when her mom took her and her sister up to Sacramento. She also knows he would stop at nothing to get them back. And after a long court battle, he did.
I know it was real hard on him because we had to go to court every 3 weeks in Sacramento. But he was determined that he was going to win. After a year, my mother gave up and me and my sister got to stay home with my father.
Now Devonna lives with her dad, her stepmom, and her daughter, Cassandra, along with 2 other siblings here in Hawthorne.
Even though Cassie has her own father, my dad treats her like his own.
And Gary Jones has never been treated to a day like this, earning a key to the city, a gift certificate for his kids to Toys R Us, not to mention a beautiful cake.
So this is probably the proudest day of my life besides the day when the doctor said, congratulations, it's a girl.
I just want to say to my dad, thank you for everything you've done for me, and I'm very thankful for this, and I love you very much.
And the Jones family is able to enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime award thanks to Devonna's love as a daughter and talent as a writer.
It's easy for me to express my feelings. I tell everybody in my family, just express yourself all the time. So it wasn't really that hard.
Her dad, however, didn't find it that easy.
There's no words to describe it. It's a great day to be alive. Definitely a great day to be a parent.
But this probably says it best.
You can always say you have an ex-wife or an ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. You can never say you have ex-kids. So no matter what happens, they will always be my kids. And that'll never change.
No ex-kids, just one extra special family. The Hawthorne School District and the LA County Probation Department teamed up to bring an after-school program that teaches kids while still having fun. Adrienne Hopper has the story.
Many young athletes share the common dream of making it to the pros. Unfortunately for most, it's a dream that goes unfulfilled. Well, the Hawthorne School District has teamed up with the LA County Probation Department to invest in the physical and mental well-being of our city's youth.
Our goal is exactly that, to make sure that they understand it's nice to have a dream, but you got to have something to fall back on. And with that comes education. Through this program, we offer tutorial, and we hopefully through that tutorial we give them good study habits so they'll learn how to study as they move on.
It'll help me out because, like, in science, I'm not all that good in science, but that'll help me out in a way.
It's called PEAL, the Probation Education Athletic League, which is an after-school program that targets youth during the critical years of 6th, 7th, and 8th grades.
So that's the age that you're influenced, bigger than any other time of your life.
At that age, they start filling out their youth, their oats, start trying to hang out a little longer than they need to, maybe start feeling a little bit bigger than their parents. They start thinking that they know everything to life when they really don't.
It's a time of their lives when they can either get excited about learning or distracted by a lifestyle that's unproductive.
After school, just go home, do my homework, listen to the radio, talk on the phone, stuff like that.
They end up getting into gangs, start committing crimes, and end up in juvenile hall where we don't want them to end up.
This program will give them something to do. It'll give them certain hours to be there. It'll give them certain hours for studying. It'll give them certain hours for practice. So hopefully a little structure in their lives will help make everything more simple.
The students will also learn about health and nutrition.
They are so excited when they really learn enough to make good choices. And it's not about saying you can't eat candy and you can't eat sweets, but it's really giving them the tools to make good choices.
The program is spearheaded by the former NFL athlete Russell White, who made the choice to finish college before accepting a professional contract.
I knew that it was important that I needed a degree in life. To function in society, you need to have some education, or else you'll be stuck in a job you may not like.
It's a program about living a healthy, well-rounded life and planning for the future, which lies in the hands of our children. This is Adrienne Hopper reporting for HCTV.
Albertsons in the Hawthorne Plaza can put green veggies on your table, and now they can put some green in your wallet, thanks to a new credit union that just opened up inside the store. Mayor Guidi helped cut the ribbon on the new Hughes Aircraft Employees Federal Credit Union. This is the first time Hughes has ever opened a branch inside a supermarket, and people are already lining up to organize their finances. City officials are happy Hughes decided to check out Albertsons in Hawthorne.
It's an important branch. I want to thank all the residents and all of your staff for supporting us, because if your staff didn't want to stay, you didn't want to stay. So on behalf of the entire city population of 80,000 people and the city council, I'd like to present you with this key to the city, our new Millennium Key.
Fantastic. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. This is a big event for us to set up and coordinate not only a new branch opening, but this is a move from a branch just down the road, and that takes a whole lot of work and effort.
Anyone can become a customer of Hughes Credit Union. All you have to do is sign up, and Hughes promises to serve all of your financial needs. Two very special people got a big thank you recently. Frank Minnesota of the VFW offered his heartfelt thanks and presented plaques to Michelle Trez Winters and Hawthorne Police Captain Richard Prentice Jr. for their personal donations and work in helping veterans of the South Bay area. And both recipients decided to show their own gratitude in the same way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. I'll hang this on the wall in my office.
I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, I will. Do I get to get a kiss?
Oh, okay, no charge.
No charge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. And I'm going to tell you, Frank, it is an honor for me to be able to serve some of the men and women who have served their country, and I appreciate it. And I just watched you film the award that you gave to Mickey Winters, and I just have to say, can I have a kiss too, Frank?
Hey, wait a while, the other side too.
They not only got a kiss out of the deal, they also got the satisfaction of helping many local veterans and those at veterans hospitals in West LA and Long Beach. There's nothing like soaring over the big blue skies, and some local kids not only got a chance to fly, but also learn what it takes to become a pilot. Adrienne Hopper takes off with the story.
If you thought education was only for the classroom, think again. Here in Hawthorne, students are taking learning to a higher level. Hawthorne High School students are given a bird's eye view of their future career choices and it's an opportunity that's given from the heart.
We just invite a number of the local kids down to the local airport. It's all completely volunteer. And we present a small program, about a half hour of classroom talking about aviation. And then we give them a short airplane